Hello everyone, and on behalf of the Rotary Club of Comber, I bid you a warm welcome to the 2021 Northern Ireland Young Musician of the Year competition. We are delighted to be having a live final here in First Church in Belfast, and we are very grateful to the Minister and Church Committee for the use of this beautiful building. Thanks also to the property manager Des McKeown for looking after us so well, our accompanist Michael Harrison, our video technician Lorcan Spire, and of course our distinguished adjudicators, Richard Yar, who adjudicated the video entries, and now Julie McCutcheon, who is judging our 10 finalists. We're sorry that because of current restrictions we can't have an audience today, but we hope you enjoy watching this video of the competition. I can promise you a really enjoyable hour of inspiring music from a group of brilliant young musicians. Now, at the end of the competition, Gillian will say a few words about the performances, and then she will announce the winners. But now let's move on with our first performer, Nicholas Thomas, who will be playing trumpet in the first and second movements of William Haim's concerto.
Good afternoon, I'm Nicholas Thomas. I'm playing the trumpet, and I'm going to play the first two movements from the Concertino for Flugelhorn by William Haims. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anna Georgia Frail, and the first piece I will be performing today is When It All Falls Down from Chaplin the Musical. Hedda Hopper is a mediocre actress turned notorious gossip columnist who wants to expose Charlie Chaplin for being a communist sympathizer. Mr. Chaplin, you may think I'm rather small, 'cause the posh papers are falling at your feet. So go ahead and snub me, and don't return my call, and build your house on top of Easy Street. But what you gonna do when it all falls down? 'Cause I let a little rumor spread. What you gonna do if I change the name of the person sleeping in your bed? What you gonna do when I tell the tale that makes the country turn its head? Just a little gossip and just a little lie. I'll simply say the little tramp is just a little spy. And what you gonna do when it all falls down? Hey there, Mr. Chaplin. Well, your act deserves applause. You wave our flag and the country is impressed. But I'm a voice among the crowd that's questioning your cause. And now I'll spread my doubts among the rest. And what you gonna do when it all falls down? And where you gonna go from there? What you gonna do when the money's gone? And who you gonna buy to care? What you gonna do when the country says, now get yourself out of here? What you gonna paint when you cannot paint the town? I'm gonna wipe the smile from that famous little clown. And what you gonna do when it all falls down? And all the king's horses and all the king's men will never put poor Charlie together again. And what you gonna do when it all falls Thank you. The second piece I will be performing today is All the Things You Are from Very Warm for May. After fleeing a group of threatening gangsters, May Graham joins an avant-garde acting troupe and sings this song to Bill, which she performs in a play with him. Time and again I've longed for adventure, something to make my heart beat the faster. What did I long for? I never really knew. Finding your love, I found my adventure. Touching your hand, my heart beats the faster. All that I want in all of this world is you. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breath
Good afternoon. Today I would like to perform If I Loved You, followed by the Flora Finne, a traditional Irish song. When I worked in the mill, weaving at the loom, I'd gaze absent-minded at the roof, and half the time the shuttle would tangle in the threads, and the warp would get mixed with the woof. If I loved you, but somehow I can see just exactly how I'd be. If I loved you, time and again I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the mist of day, never, never to know how I loved you. If I loved you. Bright red is the sun, or the waves of Loch Sheelin. A cool, gentle breeze o'er the mountains is stealing, but fair round the islets the small ripples play. But fairer than all is the Flora of Finne. Her hair is like night, her eyes like grey morning. She trips o'er the heather as if its touch scorning. But her heart and her lips are as mild as May Day. Young Eileen McMahon, the Flora of Finne, who down by the hillside like wild deer runs fleeter, and who on the lakeside is hastening to greet her, who but Fergus so thorough, that fiery young lad, the darling and pride of the Flora of Finne. One kiss and one clasp and one wild look of gladness. But why does it change all a sudden to sadness? He has told his sad fortune, he can no longer stay. He must leave his poor Eileen all alone in Finne. Fought at Cremona, she hears of his story. Fought at Cassano, she's proud of his glory. Yet sadly she sings Shularoon all the day. Oh, come home, my darling, come home to Finney. On the slopes of La Joudon, the Frenchmen are flying. Lord Clare and his squadron, the foe still defying. Outnumbered and wounded, retreat in array. And bleeding rides Fergus, and he thinks of Finney. In the cloisters of Ypres, a banner is swaying, and by it a pale, weeping maiden is praying. That flag's the sole trophy of Ramillies fray. This nun is poor Eileen, the flower of Finney.
Good afternoon. I would like to perform Liebesstraum No. 3 by Franz Liszt, which is based off a poem about the purest kind of love, about grief and death and dealing with it. And I'll follow this by Friedrich Chopin's Waltz in E minor. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you very much to the Rotary Club of Comber for inviting me to adjudicate the final of the Young Musician of the Year. It is lovely for me in particular to hear live music because it has been a long time, and I would like to say thank you to all the candidates, both in the heats and today in the final, that gave up their time to come and perform. I would like to say thank you to my colleague, Richard Yar, for his adjudication, and I'm sure the wonderful comments that you all received from the heats. And a special thank you to Edwin Gray for continuing to run this competition in these challenging times. So I'm just going to do a few pointers when you're performing to think about. We are in a wonderful venue of Rosemary Street in Belfast, and I know the acoustic in here is wonderful. So please, when you're playing in a venue like this, use the acoustic to your advantage. Also, just take time to prepare when you start, to just breathe and focus. And also at the end of certain movements, if you're playing 2 movements of a piece, to let it fully settle and before you continue on to your next part of the performance. There are 2 aspects to music making. You have the technical side of your playing, but you also have the performance side. And really, you want them to be working together to give the full package, as I would say. So today, we maybe had some that technically were superb and maybe way playing beyond their years, as I would say, but maybe didn't fully engage in the communication side of the music and really portray the meaning of the music. So always think about that. It's not always just about the technical facility of the performance. We do need to engage with the audience, albeit a small audience today, but do think about that when you're playing. Think about the pieces that you choose for your performance, showing off to the best of your ability. And, you know, sometimes we do want to play music that's sometimes a bit beyond us. So always just take into account what you are performing in these circumstances. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself, and you will be getting the mark sheet, so I'm not going to spend a long time going through everything. But the winners today, for me, the first, second and third, clearly demonstrated an understanding of the music that they played, the tonal technique and facility that they had, the colour and variety that they produced really made me tingle, and that's what I want to hear in a performance. It made me sort of sit back and go, I would pay money for that, and I would like to come and hear them play again. So there was some wonderful music making. We had such a variety, from recorder to an electric guitar, and that really just shows the wonderful, facilities in the schools that, all these instruments are getting taught. And really, some of the facility that I saw today of technique was just outstanding. So thank you very much to all the teachers and parents who have really encouraged these young musicians. So I'm not going to blither on anymore because you just want to know who has won. So in third place today, we have Robert Henderson on the recorder. And I just think he got the atmosphere from the word go, the maturity in giving himself time to settle into the performance, and it was just so atmospheric. So thank you, Robert. In second place, we have Jack Miles on the trombone. Confident performer, and you utilised the space so well with a lovely dynamic range and tonal colour. So a wonderful choice of programme as well, showing the 2 sides of your playing. But for me today, there was one winner, and that was Julie Piggott, who played a beautiful, mature and confident rendition of the Frank Violin Sonata. It was just stunning from the word go. And I personally thoroughly enjoyed it, so thank you. And to those that didn't get placed today, don't worry, because you were all fantastic, and it's not always about the winning. It's getting up here and performing. And this year it has been very difficult to have any chance of doing that. So I really appreciate you all coming and giving up of your time. So thank you very much.